Welcome to the Sneaker Podcast, a show where a bunch of guys sit around a table to talk life, lifestyle, music, and all things sneakers. So sit back, turn it up, and let's go.
What up, TSP family? Hoping you have a dope day, and thank you for tuning in. This is the Sneaker Podcast, Season 9, Episode 28. My name is Chris Chu, and alongside me is the dude. What is up, Calby?
Yo, what's going on, my man?
It's a two-man team. We finally got rid of them.
It's an empty room in here. Hello.
Yeah, it's just me and Cal tonight. It's all good. We have a lot to talk about. We missed last week, so we didn't want to leave you without a dope beat to step to. Let's start the podcast like we always do with what we plan on wearing on feet tomorrow. Who should go? Cal, why don't you go first?
Oh, I'm going first.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to work in my Kith Gel Light 3, the Kith Soul Pair Tofu Drizzle, I think is the official colorway.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get as much suede as I can out the door before
Right. Makes sense.
before winter.
Yeah.
Before it snows and everything like that. And so yeah, that's how I'm gonna let it fly, and I'm gonna probably just rock the gray koala sweatpants, man, because it's sweatpants season out here.
Yeah. All right. I, friends, am going to wear Crocs Salehe Bembury Crocs collab. This is the cobbler colorway, and I'll explain a bit why I'm picking Crocs to wear. Weather is a bit chilly, but I'm still wearing Crocs. You'll find out a bit later on.
Ooh.
That's what I plan on wearing. If I'm gonna be wearing some koala with me, and I think I will, it's gonna be some gray essential sweatpants. We're sweatpanting it tomorrow.
Gang.
It's that kind of weather. It actually kind of leads us into a new segment that we have. We're gonna call it Fit Grid, brought to you by our good friends over at Quality. You can find them on Instagram at Quality, KUWALLATEE. You could use our coupon code SPOD20, get 20% off your order. Go on their website, quality.com. Basically, Fit Grid is what we're going to do. Is we're going to create a fit grid. Bottoms, top, some accessories, and we'll try to build. One person on the pod will build it, and then the others will comment, and then we'll maybe pick a pair of sneakers that would go good with this fit grid. Okay, it's the first time we're trying it out. Hope it makes sense to you all. I built a grid for you, Cal. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You can check your phone quick if you want. Basically, what I'm going to start with is we're going to tease you. Top of the head, it's going to be an essential beanie in the melange white colorway. So
That's super clean.
follow me with this, okay? White beanie, okay? And then a varsity jacket 4.0, the navy colorway. For those who don't know what it looks like, you can go on their site, check it out. Navy, main color of the jacket. The sleeves are kind of like a brownish, okay, and the koala logo, a big red K with some what it looks like some gold or yellow trimming all around the jacket. Okay, you're following me. White beanie, navy varsity jacket. Underneath the jacket, we're gonna go with a washed waffle crew in an athletic gray. So we're kind of hinting, we're teasing the beanie with the gray wash crew, right? And then at the bottom, we're going to wear some smart cargo pants in black. These kind of fall straight down. They're slightly on their looser side, okay? So this is what the fit's going to look like. The theme of this fit for me is college dropout or college registration, depending on how you feel, okay? What do you think of this fit, Cal? You feel
I really like I really like it. I'm actually looking at the washed waffle crew right now because
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. It's very nice, man.
very
Like
nice. Yeah,
as soon as I like flipped over to see it, I was like, oh, that's a nice one, man. I really like
right.
that. And I love that jacket. I own it.
The jacket's
It's
so
fire.
nice, so
It's so
nice,
fire.
so
Can't
good.
can't forget about the big yellow gold splashed koala on the back with the no fake friends since 2012 branding on it.
Yeah, so good.
Um, so good. And yeah, the pants look great, and I think the beanie's gonna go perfectly with that crew. So that's a nice fit, man. I
All right, what
definitely
what kind of sneakers would you posit to wear with this fit? You think
um
could be something in
you
your collection, could be something that you don't have.
I mean, like right off the bat, looking at it, I with the beanie and the crew neck, I'm thinking static V2s to be completely honest, the
All right,
Yeezys
good.
because it's
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
white and
yeah.
the
I like
gray
it.
hits on it
Yeah.
that go perfectly. I also really like when for myself I wear the 218 Jordan 2 lows with that
Okay.
jacket because I they got the brown
Yeah,
hits and
brown
they
on
also got the
brown
blue and
hits.
red. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes. Yeah.
yeah, so I that's one of my favorite fits to wear with that jacket. I think I've worn it 3 times already. And I think I've only worn that jacket 4 times. So
Uh,
3 out of the 4 times, that's the pair I wore.
bro,
um,
what do you think of some black cement threes?
go with everything. Yeah,
You're right.
perfect.
Or
But
even
okay,
white
I got a
cement threes.
question.
Yeah.
I got a question then.
Yeah.
With the brown leather sleeves
Right.
and the black leather shoes, is
Right.
that still a go?
I think it's a go because you have all the like the lighter pieces like the beanie and the crew, that's kind of offsetting it. Also, I believe that the brown on the jacket is there, but it's not the predominant color on the jacket. It's like it's 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 like the supporting cast to the navy and red and I think maybe it's gold or yellow that they have on it. It's a supporting
Yep.
cast to that because it's kind of like it's on the sleeves. It's very nice, but I think your eye goes to the other colors, and you kind of know it's there, but it doesn't have any lines. No lines.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I so I'm with you. And I think it works too, but I had this discussion
Mm-hmm.
because we had the discussion of if you wear a brown belt with your suit, you have to wear brown shoes.
Yes.
And then so then that's when it came in like, well, does this happen then? Like does
Right.
this go together? And then but
Yeah.
I was on your side, like being like, no, like I think you could rock whatever with it. It didn't bother me one bit, but I figured I'd throw that out there to
Right.
see what you had to say about it.
I think it's good. Yeah. Okay. So the listeners can tell us what they think about this fit. We're gonna post if you want to go on YouTube, check it out too. The way we're talking about it. Again, Quality on Instagram at Quality. Our code again is SPOD20. Get 20% off your order. Boom. Now let's talk about our other sponsor, Still.ca, STYLL.ca. You can find them on Instagram at Still.ca. Cal, you're wearing a Still hat.
I am. I'm wearing the $30 Toronto City Connect fitted with the black on black camel brim. You're also wearing
I'm
a
also
steel cap.
wearing a Still cap. It's a LA Dodgers, but the hook, if you can call it that, right? And I think that's what they call it in the
Yes,
biz,
yeah.
is Kobe's 81-point game, right? Side patch refers to 19. Is it? I can't see
Other
from back
side,
here.
other side.
Oh, that's why. It's reversey. Yeah. So I'll tell you guys why I'm wearing this cap, why I felt like wearing this cap. Kind of flows into uh my the new shit, new pickups later on. But we are Thursday recording this. Tuesday night, I went to go play basketball, and the week before I had great games, beautiful games, beautiful basketball. We start playing on Tuesday night. First play of the game, I get the ball up, fake the three, and I drive hard. I step hard, uh, turning the corner on my right foot, and I hear crack,
Oh.
crack, and I leap up and I stop playing. Everyone stops playing, and it's confirmed broken bone in the foot.
Oh,
I have
Oh,
crutches for those who don't see it on YouTube. I have very good friends, these basketball crew guys. One guy lent me his crutches like the next
oh,
day. Another friend made some connections and got me an X-ray and got me in to see a doctor right away. Got me seated like a sports therapist right away as well. X-ray confirmed broken fifth metatarsal. 6 weeks in a walking boot.
oh.
Right. So doctor is really cool, very nice. He said that you can stay on your crutches for the first few days and then you can start walking on the boot. Okay. But my I'm kind of down and
Yeah.
like my mental is kind of so that's why I've been wearing Crocs on my left foot because I gotta if I have to go anywhere, I'm wearing the Crocs, you know. That's why Crocs is what I'm wearing tomorrow if I'm stepping out of the house. Um, now I'm wearing this hat because Kobe has had many injuries during his career, but he's bounced back. So I'm hoping to do that. I'm gonna have 6 weeks of walking boot, then some weeks of rehab before I can get back on court. I'm hoping that when I do get back on court, my mental is okay in terms of like, do I feel safe stepping? This I think will all develop throughout my rehab and all. And I'm gonna share something with you guys. I'm gonna share something with one of my best friend Cal's, and all you guys listening. I felt if I didn't know what what sadness or like a bit of I guess you can call it like depression is, I felt it.
Yeah.
Or I'll describe it to you and you guys can confirm or not whether it was. But I was half there the whole time. The whole night that it happened. And the next day I was half there. Like there was like a haze above me. And part of it was not knowing what was up with my foot. And part of it was knowing that I would be without basketball for a while because it's become such a big part of my life, like a
Yeah.
huge part of my life. The guys that I run with, everyone was like throwing support at me and like but it's just like I know I won't be with them and I won't be playing for a while and I kind of felt it the most right when I woke up in the morning and right before I had to go to bed. I think
Yeah.
those are the moments where I have time to think too much and it was all like waking up in the morning was like yo I have to go through a day, like I have to go through a whole day now feeling like this. And at night it was more like you like how can I sleep now that this is happening to me? Like it was very I had to stop myself from thinking
Yeah.
before I just went down like this, I don't know, this drain.
Yeah. That's a brutal one. That's brutal. Like the recovery time is brutal, especially when it's something that you do so much. Like you play twice a week, right?
Twice a week, and
Yeah.
it's like I'm older, so throughout the week I'm kind of preparing for basketball days. Like the way I train and everything is all for so that I play well on Tuesdays, Wednesdays type of deal.
Yeah.
The way I eat throughout the day, Tuesday, Wednesdays, is all because I know I'm playing ball later on. Like it's become a big part of my life, and what brings a lot of happiness to me. I'm happy that the last time I played ball, like throughout the whole session, it was a good ball session. So I have all those memories of like what I did on the court during that last session. That's cool. I'm grateful that the doctor was so great and that my friends all helped me out help me get through like the first few days and like he was like when he announced to me that it was broken saw myself sink immediately, but then he said but it heals well, it's a bone that heals well and there's no surgery. And I felt relief. I go okay, it could have
Yeah.
been much worse, like it could have been a whole different story. So I basically have to chill out for 6 weeks, like wearing a boot.
Yeah.
I can eventually be a bit more mobile, walking on the boot, and I basically just need to chill out.
When
So yeah,
when are you getting the mischief boots?
I don't know, man.
The
Yeah,
mischief
does it come?
walking
Do
boots.
do they come with a jetpack? That would help,
Yeah.
like Astro or something.
No,
Uh,
the walking boots. Have you seen the walking boots Mischief did?
yeah,
They did like the broken leg walking
yeah.
boots.
There's all sorts. I saw also like a high heel, a weird high heel for women.
Oh,
Mischief. It was, anyways. Yeah, lots of stuff. It kind of turned me off of like looking at sneakers too, because sneakers go on your feet, and like I'm
yeah,
like
no
1 foot
doubt.
down for this brief moment in time. But you know what? The beauty of sneakers is it didn't keep me out for too long, because sneakers just, they light a spark in you. And then you just
Yeah.
like start searching for sneakers again. So I'm like, okay, it's not bad. That was not bad. I'll get through it. If any audience members have some good TV series to check out, send them my way. Like the normal days off where I'm just running around, I can't. I'll be sitting in front of the couch. Send me your picks. Yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to share with everyone. That's it.
Well, hope you get better soon, bro. Are you
Yeah,
drop in? Are you gonna drop in on a game every once in a while? Like give them a couple weeks or a few
I
weeks,
will. I
and then
will.
just
Once I'm more
drop in and be
mobile,
like,
I'll come back.
ah.
Yeah. Just to watch them play, it's gonna be nice. Sorry to interrupt our still.ca segment, right? Again, Instagram, still.ca, STYLL.ca. Cal, why don't you tell the people what they have in line for this week?
So first of all, they have a couple restocks. They are restocking the Broad Street Bullies Philadelphia
Beautiful.
hat. Beautiful that we were on the podcast for. So you heard me explain that one. Great logo. That's dropping on Friday, as well as a restock of the walnut suede brim Toronto Blue Jays Strong Bird T Bird logo, which is a plain Jane. It's got a walnut crown with a I guess a walnut as well, suede brim, those like faux suede brims that New Era uses. They're really nice. I actually have a Mets in a very similar colorway, with a beige undervisor. And dropping with that for the new one is the Sugarland Space Cowboys, which is the minor league AAA team
Mm-hmm.
for the Houston Astros, and they have a crazy logo.
I like that one. Yo.
Yeah, that logo is
Yeah.
ill. Yeah,
So good.
it's very nice, and they did it all up in metallics. There's metallic golds and coppers, and I can't even tell you, but it's all metallic out. It looks very nice. It's got a nice Houston Astros side patch on it with it looks like the state of Texas on the side with the Houston Astros A. Sorry, I don't know what the state of Texas looks like, but I'm assuming that's what it is, unless it's an outline of the city. But it's a Houston Astros side patch. It's got the minor league logo on the back. It's a very nice hat. I really like that Space Cowboys
Suede
hat.
brim.
Suede brim, yeah.
Suede brims. Like
It's money.
that's luxe, man. That's yeah.
Yeah, when you go to their page, still.ca on Instagram, you can see the texture of the brim in the photos, and it looks very nice.
Yeah.
It is a nice hat.
So good. I love restocks when they there's some hats sometimes I'm like, man, I wish they restocked that hat. So good that they are restocking these. Also another thing to be happy about is maybe we have something for the listeners. Still.ca and TSP might have something for the listeners down the line. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay
Keep your
tuned.
eyes and ears peeled. Yeah, working.
All right. On to one of the our favorite segments. It's called New Shit. This week I have to this week. Okay, two pickups. Show you guys. This past week and a half, in the city of Montreal, something crazy is happening. Something crazy happened. Sorry, my mind is split now because we forgot to mention this. For you Montreal listeners, there is a quality warehouse sale going on. Right? Go to their Instagram to get all the details. where their warehouse sale has stuff from the vault, a lot of the new stuff, and some never be seen before stuff, which is insane.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the prices are noise, like noise. Okay. If you're in Montreal, go get the info on their Instagram. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. It's good.
I really, I really like how they did that with like from the vault, then some new stuff, and
Right.
then some unseen stuff. Like
Yeah.
that makes it like different. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the stuff that you saw, like everything that you saw before when you're going in there and you're like, whoa, I've never even
And
seen this before.
it's
It's
not
like that's
like
great.
it's not like a rack with mismatched stuff on the rack and you got to rifle through it. They got stuff. Okay. So stop by, swing by, grab some stuff. It's nice. It's nice.
Very nice.
Aside from that, this past week, like I had mentioned, there was a downed warehouse sale in Montreal. Okay.
Woo.
And the teaser pics were like, yo, there's going to be sneakers. There's going to be all these clothing and some accessories like coffee cups, lawn chairs, bags. Okay. Um, Maya did get an invite, an FNF invite, and graciously invited me to tag along, and I did. And I gotta say, great sale. Like it was a great. They had all the old hits, all the sneakers that had released. They had them. Okay,
Wow.
not in all sizes, some in only some sizes, but they had all or most of the sneakers. Like the New Balance 992 had them. Okay.
Jeez.
In the gray colorway, they had the all the 990s, like the Gore-Tex pair, the light green pair. They had the Puma sneakers, they had the Vans, not the OG Vans that they released, but like the new Vans that they had. The Reebok Club 85, right? Club C 85. Yeah.
Club C.
Those.
Yep.
Yeah. Had those tons of clothing, tons of clothing, even collab that they've done with other brands were there. And then
Ooh,
all the accessories. I mentioned lawn chairs because I saw people running around with lawn chairs like crazy.
jeez.
And it was cool.
I was unaware that there was coffee cups.
Yeah.
I would have definitely put in a please get me one of
We
these.
checked, Cal. I think
Oh,
the
okay.
last one, the or where Maya had checked, it was like chipped.
Oh, okay.
Like she would have grabbed one too,
Yeah,
that deal.
yeah.
Again, prices on the clothing was great. The sneakers were retail, which is pretty insane considering how much they go for on the aftermarket, right? And I was able to grab myself a 990
Ooh.
I think it's V3. The V3 in the what I like to call it's like the olive and black colorway.
Yeah. The
Yeah, yeah.
Zelinskis, right? Is
Yeah,
that his name?
Zelensky wore these. Uh very cool. I grabbed a pair. So cool.
Yeah,
Retail,
those are clean.
you know, how can you go wrong? Like
Very
crazy.
nice.
Like
Yeah.
how many months after? Years? I don't know.
A
A year?
year, maybe? I
Yeah.
was gonna say, yeah, at least probably a year.
So very dope. And I got tons of people that I knew were there from the community were there. So it was cool to see like all the dope people too. So it was a great warehouse sale, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Once when I saw the price list or whatever, when
For the clothing,
yeah, I was like, that's insane. So
it is. Yeah.
um yeah, that's
There was
beautiful.
also I don't know if everyone got, but I got a goodie bag once we after the cash, like we pay them for what we picked, and then they gave us a goodie bag. Came with like a basketball hoop, like a mini basketball hoop.
Oh, nice. Did it
Yeah.
say drowned on it?
I I think on the ball. I'm not sure. My mistake. I didn't like look specifically for the branding. It has to have some
Mm-hmm.
branding. Everything's branded. There was a notepad
Yeah.
branded, like a
Nice.
notepad.
Yeah.
A cap. What else was there? I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah,
Th-
three items, but like goodie bag, like just like
Yeah.
that.
Just
They just gave it
for
away.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that was very nice.
Especially like a mini basketball hoop, like that's really
Yeah,
dope to
that's dope.
get.
That's
Like
dope. That's
that's
dope.
yeah, for sure.
Super dope. So shout out to Jown for setting that up. Very cool.
Yeah,
I also
no
got
doubt.
another shoe. It actually arrived today, and it's cool that it's this pair. It is the Kobe 5 X-Ray.
Oh, this guy.
And just like
Wow.
that, I found the shoe, the first shoe I'm gonna wear once I'm ready to play again. Because does this make
Nice.
sense?
For sure.
With
For
like,
sure.
yeah,
It's
all
perfect.
the foot bones visible for my broken foot shit going on with me. So this is the perfect shoe for me to do my comeback.
That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
a really dope shoe too. It almost looks like it's glowing right now, showing
I
it on the
like maybe
screen.
because of like, yeah, no, not yet. It's just the way my lace pointing. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it
that's
does
still
glow. Yeah.
super dope. Yeah. Well done, man. I didn't know you got that one. Like at
Yeah.
this time with the busted
The
foot and you get the x-ray, like that's
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah, it arrived, dude. When I broke my foot, I was like, yeah, sneakers, whatever. And then they showed up. I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. This is perfect. This is
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. So my first game, this is the pair that I'm gonna wear. Looking forward to it. Something to strive for, to go towards, to run towards once I'm ready. Yeah.
Facts. That's really dope,
Yeah.
man. That's really dope.
Um, audience members, we all know that Black Friday sales are about to start. If you guys are looking at something, hit us in the DMs and let us know what you're looking for, because we're kind of like trying to map out how we're gonna do Black Friday over here.
Definitely. And it's literally mapping it out. It's literally where to go at what time and what we're getting from that specific place.
Dude, like if we spend our money somewhere early and then down the line there's another sale and I spent the funds. you know?
Yeah.
You gotta
That
strategically plan this.
and that happens like more often than not, I would say. Like
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, and it's always something that's just like a little bit better than what you got, or you wanted it a little bit
Right.
more kind of thing. Like it's not so much that you're like, oh, I ruined everything, but it's just like, oh, like that would have been better.
Like there's a BOGO sale coming up, and I think if this BOGO sale happened 3 weeks ago, we would have been fully in.
Yep.
But now that it's happening now, we're kind of like, maybe we can wait till the Christmas holidays.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I gotta figure this one out. Yeah. Uh, on that note, flooding our feeds, huh? What's been popping up on our socials to get us excited? Uh, I think this one's on most people's minds. Wu-Tang Dunks.
Yes.
Wu-Tang Dunks.
You know, I stayed away from them. I didn't enter any raffles. I
Okay.
didn't try to get them because I've been going crazy
Mm,
lately,
mm,
buying a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, okay, if I get these, I don't see myself wearing them. I don't wear dunk highs. I don't
right.
really wear black and yellow too much. And I was like, they're gonna be a trophy piece. I'm gonna just display them.
Okay, okay, okay.
And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just get them. And then if anything, I could like maybe send it to a friend or maybe like flip them or something if they're going for some money.
Right.
And then I was like, there's no way I'll do that. If I
You're right,
get them,
right,
I'm
right.
gonna keep them. Like it's an iconic shoe. Like
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, I have to just bow out. I'm not looking at, I'm not
Oh,
entering anything. Like even if let's say you were like, "Hey, Cal, could you enter this for me?" Then I'm like, "Yeah, sure, man," and I enter it for you, and then you're like, "Oh, I got a pair," and then I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep these." You know what I
yeah.
mean? And then I'm keeping them, and now I just have a pair, and it's like I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I was like, I can't just have this trophy piece. It's beautiful, but right now is like not the right time for me. So I had
Mm,
to I
I
had to
hear
back
you.
away
I hear
because
you.
they're so good. I just don't see myself ever wearing them.
Yeah. It's like I think a few weeks ago I had the opportunity to get a pair, and I was like I prefer 10.5 in dunks, but that pair was its 10, and I was like, I could get these, but I was like, I wonder how easy they'll be to get, and I don't know, maybe because it was like too early that my head wasn't on straight, and I didn't realize that these are gonna be fucking hard to get because everyone's trying to get them,
Yeah.
and I don't know how many pairs boutiques are getting, right? The individual
Mm-hmm.
boutiques. So I was like, fuck. Okay. And I go, man, 10.5 would be ideal. But I think Me Too in a way was like, I should get them if they're in front of me, get them.
Mm-hmm.
But the time it took me to think through all this, they got snatched up by someone else. The first
Oh
pair.
yeah.
All right, that's what happens. And then now that all the raffles are going on, I entered some of them, but like I for some reason I didn't enter all of them. Entered most, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see. I think it's one of those we'll see what happens. It's kind of like if I get them, cool, because this is a shoe, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is a shoe, but if I don't get them, it's like yeah, just like before, I don't have them.
Yeah.
Like I never
Yeah.
had them,
True.
right?
Yeah. At least you weren't one of these guys that passed up on like a 25K sale to see them drop down to
Uh,
whatever they're gonna sell for now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Because
yes, yes.
that would be
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's weird, but like I've been trying to I checked on like those like StockX and Goat and everything. There's no pairs for sale. Not
Wow.
unless I'm doing an incorrect search of some sort. I just didn't see pairs for sale. Like the OG.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe there's so few of them. I
Yeah.
recently saw RZA do an interview and
Yeah.
he said he was at a Flight Club and they didn't have them, but they said they could line them up for him for 100K. Yeah. And it's like
Oh,
that's
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you're that guy. Imagine
You're
you're the guy that spent 100K on them to find out that you can get them in 2024 for,
Imagine you're the
a
guy
few
that has to
hundred.
tell RZA that I'll sell you a pair of your own dunks for 100K.
No kidding. Holy.
Man. Yeah.
Wild. Wild.
Yeah. The fuck, man. It's the Wu Tang, you know?
I'm looking forward to seeing people's photos with them. If
Yeah,
you get a
I think
pair,
so.
kill those shots because I'm looking forward to that. Give me some FOMO and
Give me
stuff.
something good.
Make me regret not getting
Yeah.
them with your photos. I want
Yeah.
to see that.
Um, very cool. Very cool that the New York Knicks were part of some of the campaign photos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They've been going hard. They were in the Kith just had their
Even
New
the
York
Kith.
Knicks
Yeah.
collection. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Bathing Ape times Adidas Arc Orchetro. Bathing Ape times Adidas Orchetro. These are interesting to me more for the Bape aspect,
Yes.
you know?
I when I first saw them, I didn't know it was Adidas model.
Right. I thought
I was unfamiliar.
maybe it was a new Bape model or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, knowing they're Adidas, I like them more.
Okay.
I like sorry, I like that because they didn't just make a shoe to go with the
Mm,
trends that are on right now. They
fair.
are actually using a shoe that's been made before.
Right.
And I really like the black and white one and the purple maroony kind of one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really like both of those. The other one's dope too. The blue, yellow, and green is really dope, but that's just not my colors. So if those are your colors, those are
I hear
amazing
you.
because they pop like crazy.
Yeah. I do
But I
like
really like them.
yeah, I like the black and white. Black and white one's nice. I like it. Um Grape Jordan 5. Jordan 5 Grape making its return next year. Uh what do you think? Do you care? I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I put this one on. Flitting our feet. Because I don't know if you guys saw the latest sneaker shopping with the complex there. It was Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
I love Tom
I
Hardy.
saw a clip of it.
Yeah. And he talks about Jordan 5s. Like he likes Jordan 5s. So that made me look at Jordan 5s in a different way. I'm like, oh shit, Tom Hardy likes them? Maybe I should like them too.
Yeah,
So, I don't know if Tom Hardy would like the grape colorway.
yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's for me, it's a classic colorway, especially with the Nike Air on the back.
Yeah.
It's not. I've never owned a pair. I've never really tried to get a pair, but whenever I see it, I'm like, yeah, that's a classic.
I think that the grape colorway kind of only goes with this Jordan 5.
Yeah,
Right. You could put it on another shoe and it could look okay, but it's never going to look as right as on this Jordan 5.
I agree
Yeah.
completely.
So there's that.
Yeah,
And it is very clean, the white on it. Yeah. Very clean.
yeah,
Legend Blue Jordan 11 coming back. I think it's this holiday season, near holiday season. Legend Blue, I think it's supposed to be like that, mimicking the Columbia Blue Jordan 11s, Columbia Jordan 11s. Will they be able to turn it back around for the Jordan 11? And do you know what I mean by turn it back around?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bring the people going crazy. People used to go crazy for 11s.
Crazy.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. For me, I never really. I'm not a big white shoe guy, so these ones never hit for me.
Yeah.
So I can't really say if these will be the ones because I'm out of the loop on how really everybody else feels about them.
Okay. I will say this. The fact that it's Legend Blue instead of like Columbia Blue, which kind of everyone associates to UNC, North Carolina, that's fine. Legend Blue sounds a bit like one step further away from Columbia Blue, which is closer
Yeah,
to
yeah.
UNC. So I'm
A
I'm
little
okay
more
with that.
legendary. It's
Yeah,
a little more legendary.
more cool with it. It's clean. It's a clean shoe. If you're gonna get a Jordan 11, this is a good one to get. I find.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
extremely clean. You
Yeah.
can't really get cleaner than that.
Yeah. What?
Especially since that the white patent leather, if you get anything on it, you could just wipe it right off.
Yeah. 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 Jordan 4, Fear Jordan 4. You still have a pair, right?
I don't actually. I sold both the pairs that I had.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Um, this looks really good. It looks really good. The toe
The
looks
shape looks
really
different,
nice.
eh?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
It does look
yeah.
good. Yo,
Yeah.
for those who weren't around, weren't into sneakers, and who don't know, the Jordan 4 Fear was one that really did something to Jordan 4s. Jordan 4s were Jordan 4s all along, like white cement, bread. Everyone knew them. But at a certain point, this Fear, Jordan 4, made Jordan 4s go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a
Yeah.
time when Bread 1s came out and then this Jordan 4 came out. So they were both out same year. And at a certain point, the Jordan 4 was more sought after than the Bread 1. I can't explain it to you because I didn't know. Like I didn't feel that way about the shoes. I still thought Bread 1 was better. But yeah, people liked this Fear 4 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one is just
It does look.
the last one too, the quality of the material
Yes.
was very, very nice. So
Very
if they
nice.
got the same quality of material and that new shape, ooh,
The new
that's
shape
a really good looking shoe.
is a big seller. It's a big
Yeah.
selling point. It's very tight, man. It's good.
Yeah.
And Jordan
Very
4
good.
Jordan 4s are still doing very well nowadays. Like even the women's exclusive pairs too, eh? They do extremely well. Like
Yeah.
I've heard of people getting extremely upset at stores and boutiques because they can't get their hands on these women's exclusive Jordan 4s.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very crazy.
Very good looking shoe.
So again, another Jordan 4 that we're gonna talk about is this Jordan 4 times SB, but in this navy colorway.
Fire.
Fire.
Yeah, it's fire.
I'll tell you a secret. I every now and then check GOAT for used pairs of this Jordan 4 SB in the green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to see, man. Because yeah, it's very nice. Very, very nice. I still don't understand why it's so nice. I just know it's very nice. Okay. And
Yeah.
I'll check
Yeah.
for used pairs. They're still too rich for my blood. But in case someone misprices their pair, you know, maybe I'm on
Yeah.
it. So this navy pair is gonna be very nice. I think they were supposed, or like there was hints of a red pair as well, or
Yeah, I
possibly.
think I saw
Right.
something about that.
I do prefer this navy more than a red.
Yeah, so do I. I
Yeah.
prefer this navy the most out of all of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
goes
I think
well
so
with
too.
the gum sole.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Yeah.
Very easy to wear too.
All right.
Right.
There's a 998 New Balance 998 coming out. It's a collab from this brand, WTAPS. Now, Cal, how do you say this brand?
Double taps.
Double taps, eh?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the first time I saw it, I was like, "What taps? What W taps?" And I didn't get it. I didn't get it until one day I just double taps. I was like, "Fuck, so good, so good. This is so good."
Yeah. That's I saw it somewhere. That's how I knew.
Right.
Somebody I think I might have even Googled it. I think maybe that's how I found it because I think I saw it in brackets that it
Uh,
said double taps, and I was like,
right.
oh,
So
that's
good.
great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But what taps and New Balance have this collab 998. There is branding. I know on the
Hmm.
insole it says double taps. Um, I don't know. I didn't see anywhere else on the shoe, but you know,
I
what do you
th- I
think about?
think there I think there's a tiny writing going up the that back heel counter or
Oh,
whatever.
there
The
is. Yes, yes, yes.
look.
Double taps visual up armored. That's what it says. Yeah,
Hmm.
little kind of like engraving on the heel back part there. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. I like it.
Yeah, me too. It's funny, because it makes me a total hypocrite because I complain about the tech runners looking like GRs, and then they go and put this 998 out in gray, which could be any other gray 998. And I like this one. I like the hits of black on it. I think the hits of black really make it like
Right.
tough. It looks mean with those hits of black on it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
and I
it.
like
I
it.
get it, but also I I I get this. I get this a lot. It's a good shoe.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
good. I like the 998 as well as a shoe on its own. It's a very nice shoe.
very good shoe. All right, I think that's it for flooding our feeds. Um, this this week we're gonna have this discussion topic. Um, I shared in our group chat this video about like how like at this I think a sneaker show of some sort, people there was like those interviews segments that they do like quick videos and stuff, and they're like, what shoe would you not like to see on your partner type of deal, and the consensus was panda dunks. If you're wearing panda dunks, we can't be associated to each other. It was all about that. And it was like the people that were answering the questions were kind of wearing sneakers that were very similar to Panda Dunks. So that's like, well, what are you saying then? Okay. So I thought we should do a little segment on tell us how you really feel. Like there are certain sneaker trends going on, like what's hot, what's not. And it's like sometimes you just follow like the general masses opinion, but sometimes you might want to ask yourself the question, just yourself in a room alone in your thoughts. what do you actually, how, tell us how you really feel about the sneaker or the sneaker trend. So we'll start it off with Panda Dunks. Cal, tell us how you really feel.
I love Panda Dunks, man. I don't own a pair. I like them more after they got all the hate because I think the hate is fake, and I think that's the trend. So I like them more even now because they're still crushing it like every day. You know what I
Right,
mean? When people are, oh, Panda Dunks suck, and it's like, yeah, well, they're still being worn and being sold
right.
everywhere. So I love that. It's a clean, super clean shoe. Like I said, I don't own a pair. I don't really wear dunks. But I'm down with Panda Dunks for sure.
It's a very clean. I own a pair. It's a very clean shoe. Like it's classic shoe. I find like just like the swoosh and the color blocking. Um, I I admit I stopped wearing them for a bit because of all like not because of the hate, but because of how many pairs were being worn.
Yeah,
Like everyone's owning a pair. So I was like, well, I'll just wait it out. It's like
they're too civilian. They became so civilian.
maybe, but also it's like it's like when a new shoe releases, the first few weeks after a new shoe releases, everyone's wearing that shoe. I don't
Yeah,
want to wear that shoe then. I want to wait it out, and then 2 months
yeah,
down the line, I wear my pair type of deal.
hmm
So I felt a
yeah,
bit
and
like that with Panda Dunks, but then it never stopped. Like everyone kept
yeah,
wearing this. I'm like, fuck, I gotta wait.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
yeah,
but then there's a dude that plays ball with us. But now he's moved out of Montreal. But whenever he'd show up, he'd wear Panda Dunks all the time. He's a sneakerhead,
yeah,
and I felt like the way he was wearing them was like, I don't care what anyone else says. I'm wearing these, and I
yeah,
like that. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna break my pair out. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's almost like a challenge. Like I
yes,
dare you to say something about my Panda Dunks. Like
that,
watch
and
me crush you.
it's how would you go? Okay, you see someone wearing Panda Dunks in the street, and their fits tight and everything goes well together, looks freaking like an assassin in those Panda Dunks. Are you still gonna go up to them and say like Panda Dunks, like you know? If
Yeah,
it looks good with the fit and everything, and it's like curated and all,
yeah. There's no way.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
I don't know.
Especially because you're probably wearing like a shoe that's like the exact same except for like maybe one color. You got a blue swoosh on yours. Like good
Hmm.
job. It's the same shoe, bro.
True, bro. All right. How do we feel about tell us how you feel about the term hype beasts. Does
I
it
go
mean
back and
anything anymore?
yeah, like nowadays I don't think so. I think hype beasts have sort of taken over the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like so there is a time like right now I'll tell you I got a lot of hype beast tendencies. Like I don't mind, but I also have like a lot of like classic tendencies. So
Yeah.
it doesn't the word has no negative condemnation, is that what it is?
Connotation?
Connotation to
Yeah.
me. Like I don't
Right.
think it's a negative thing. But I think the word almost lost its meaning from before because that's kind of like the game now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody
Yes.
it's like with Panda Dunks, it's everybody follow the leader. So
Right.
it's kind of just like it is what it is. There's no real hype beast because everybody's just doing
Yeah.
the same thing.
I don't know if it's a like calling someone something to like put them down a bit. Not cool, of course, but like I think in a way everyone kind of agrees on what's hot
Yeah,
to a certain extent.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like you can't call someone a hype beast if you're liking the same thing that they're liking.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's I think maybe what even came down to me when like because at first it had a negative connotation to it
Well, look
and
at that.
and uh, and then after it was like, well, who gives a shit if you like hype stuff, man? You like hype stuff, you
Uh-huh.
like hype stuff. Like, of course, you know what I mean? If you only like the classic gray 574 New Balance, like good
Right.
for you. That doesn't make me wearing these Travis Scott lows any less of a sneaker enthusiast than you are.
Right.
Um, but it also like there was the people that don't care about any shoe that I think like only just followed the trends, and that's where it kind of like originated. But there's just so much, even the hype in the game, there's so much. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like whether it's the people or not, there's a 7 releases every single week, and all of
Uh-huh.
them are all hyped up, and it's a collab with this person, or Nike brought this back, or
Yeah.
whatnot. That it's like, how are you gonna avoid that? You got to be one of those guys that's like, oh no, I only wear OG colorways of Jordans.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
you
Right.
can't.
Yeah.
So nowadays, it's like, yeah, be a hype beast, man. If you got the money, like that's the
Bro,
other thing. Like,
all day.
go,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Next topic. Tech runners. Tell us
Eh,
how you really feel about tech runners.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not ready to like I can recognize that some are nice, you know,
hmm
but not enough to make me wear a pair because I think my main thing is you won't know me as the type of sneakerhead that I want you to know me as if I'm wearing a tech
Yeah. Yep.
runner.
That's and like you said, some are nice, and I get that they're extremely comfortable and
Mhm.
probably very wearable as well. They just they don't do enough to differentiate themselves from each other for me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so, like I got that one pair of Kith ones that I bring up because that's the only pair I own.
Yeah.
And it was great in the summer because it's a white shoe. It's super light. It can go with a lot of stuff. It's very breathable. So in the summer, if you're going for walks, it's great.
Okay.
But outside of that, I don't get it really.
I'm not convinced that it being comfortable is the reason that people are buying it.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
me.
it's a thing to say just as a convincer, like the final convincer when you're explaining why you like it.
Yeah,
Also, they're really comfortable. Okay. Like these are mad comfy. If you like Jordan 1s, you know you don't care if it's comfy or not.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know?
That's I
So,
think like no offense to people. I know there's some people like some true collectors out there that always love tech runners. I know there's a lot of like New Balance guys, even maybe Nike and
mhm.
Asics guys that have always been with those brands and now branched out to tech runners because that's what they're putting out. But aside from like those people, that it's a very hype beast shoe to me. That's like a hype beast shoe to me is a tech runner
I think it's
because
very fashion. It's
yeah,
more
trend.
fashion, right? And yeah, very trendy, but I don't know if I dress fashion enough.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, I mean, the fashion these days is super baggy, so you only really see the toe box anyways.
Okay.
so, so,
Fair,
so that could be
fair.
another part of it. Who wants to break out their Travis Scotts when you can't see them?
Right, right,
No,
right,
no,
right.
these are Travis Scotts. Let me pull up my pants. Um, but I literally just had this conversation with a buddy that I'm kind of thinking like because we're tech runners huge last year. They might have been pretty big last year,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I think it started around
Because
that time.
I feel like this winter is going to be the return of Jordans because the
Mm.
guys that got 15 tech runners, their feet are going to get cold, man.
Oh, dude.
And
Like, what was I wearing? I was wearing um the Supreme Tailwind, the one with the
yeah,
flames, like
oh,
right.
yeah, Steven Smith. I don't even know which one that is.
I think it's yeah. In any case, it got mesh. Okay, I was changing the tires on my car. It wasn't even that cold, but my feet were freezing. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I gotta put some leather on. Like, I need to block this shit.
Yeah, because it
So
cuts through like you're
yeah,
not wearing anything. It's like a sandal.
yeah. So yeah, I agree. Okay, I can agree with you on that for sure. Like
Yeah,
that's my
that's
rotation before this foot break happened. I switched out a lot of like some Air Maxes. I switched those out and I put in some more Jordan, some Dunks, some Jordan 1 lows and stuff like that. Jordan 3s.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. How about Yeezys? Tell us how you really feel.
I'm how I really feel is 350s I think look very good on girls and I'm still down with it. I've
Mm-hmm.
never liked the way they looked on dudes. And I'm super down with basically everything else.
Yeah.
I might not own everything else. I might not want to
Right,
own
right, right.
everything else, but like I'm down for you want to rock those, go for it.
I feel like they've kind of had enough separation from Kanye. Like he
Hmm.
hasn't been in the sneaker news that often recently, and they've kind of like the Yeezy sneaker has distanced itself from him to a certain extent. Where I know we're in a slightly different position, but I really associate it to Steven Smith now, like the designer of
Yeah.
the shoe,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's like I can appreciate the shoe for a shoe now. You know,
Yeah, I could
It-
see that. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because he did. There was even a time like I've always loved the designs, but there was even a time when I was like, I don't want to wear this because I don't want people to think I'm like a Kanye fan when I wasn't
Kanye,
at the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And yeah, now it's like that thought doesn't cross my mind. I'm just like this. These are great shoes. I'm wearing them.
I also find that worn pairs, pre-owned pairs of Yeezys can be had for very good price.
Yeah,
Okay, if you know where to look, if you're lucky enough to find some, and they're not like destroyed, they're in very good condition and everything, and it's kind of like you can go hunting for them now in a certain way that you couldn't before, and you can find cool gems and old colorways that aren't everywhere. Like not everyone's wearing them, right? Because there was a certain point where everyone was on Yeezys,
yeah,
and it didn't matter what colorway. It's just like everyone's wearing Yeezys. But now you can kind of find pieces that are like old colorways, you could, quote unquote old, and you're like, oh shit, and get this pair and wear it, and it's like, okay, it's not everywhere, not every day that we see it, and I kind of like
yes.
that, you know?
That's another big thing is that you don't see them around as much,
Right.
and it's also a very. They're all very comfortable. Like all of them are very comfortable,
Yeah,
and yeah, like that's for me why I'm like
they're comfortable
I
like
don't
tech runners, man.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I don't need a tech runner, man. I don't need a tech runner because I'll go buy a Yeezy instead.
Yeah, that works. Okay, last thing I'm gonna ask you about. Tell us how you really feel about knowledge is power. What I mean by this is, I remember a time when you flexing how much you knew about sneakers was a big part of being a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
What do you think of that now? Like having knowledge of the sneaker world. How much does it matter? How much does it really even matter? Or
To me, it still matters 100%, all of it. I'm always those are the people that I'd like to talk sneakers about is people that know sneakers or at least know what they like about the sneakers.
yeah,
Um, I don't like this era where it's like, well, they cost $700 on StockX. Like, I don't care about that at
right.
all. So if that's all you know about sneakers is the resale price,
Mm-hmm.
then I can't be bothered to have a conversation with you about sneakers because
Right.
I don't care about that. I want to know like who designed the sneaker, what do you like about it, what materials did they use,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I know everything, but that's what I want to learn. That's why I want to talk to
Yes.
people about. That's the kind of conversations that I want to have, is where I can take something from that conversation aside from what they cost on StockX.
Yeah.
And
I hear you on that.
I find like, to most people, maybe not most, I shouldn't say most people, but to a large portion of the people into sneakers now, it's not about any of that. And it is mostly about how much it costs on StockX or whose name is signed on the side of it.
Right.
Like whoever, I keep saying Travis Scott, but Travis Scott, Yeezy, whoever it is. Um, well, it's a Travis Scott, man. It's $700. Like, all right, well, cool, man. Like,
Cool story, man.
yeah, like
Yeah.
awesome, bro. Like, what's the color? What's the colorway on the box say?
Uh-huh.
Like, you know what I mean? You like,
Yeah.
you know why we call these black cement fours? Because it said black cement on the box.
Yeah.
You guys call them bread fours or whatever. And now the new ones, I guess, were coined like that. But that's what I mean. Like, there's reasoning behind this stuff. The people that I talk to, what they say, there's substance to what they're saying.
Yeah.
And so to me, it means a lot still. Like I could talk to someone, like I talk to people all the time that, like, I only know Jordans, and
Uh-huh.
then but we have conversations about them, and I'll say something about whatever. Like I'm not Mr. Knowledge guy about New Balance or anything. I don't ever claim to be, but I'll say something, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, what do you mean by that?" You
Right.
know what I mean? And I'll be like, "Oh, well, this, that, and a third," and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah, no, I've never worn a pair, but that's good to know." You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's good to know, like,
Yeah.
just to have that knowledge in your pocket that you know about that shoe. So the next time you see that shoe on sale, or the next time you see somebody wearing that shoe, and you're like, "Yo, what colorway is that?" And the guy's like, "Oh, thanks, man.
Mm.
There's 60 pairs. These are Crooked Tongue, man. They came out 15 years ago." And you're like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit!" Like,
Yeah.
I like that. And then that guy's gonna tell you something that you're gonna learn from that dude, instead of just being like, "Oh, that guy's wearing New Balance," and not care about it.
Yeah. I hear you. I feel like knowledge is power in the way that I want to relate to sneakers. And it's not just the people that know the history of everything, okay? Or like uh info from 30 years ago. It's not all about that. It's more like, if the shoe matters to you in a specific way, you're going to learn a bit about it. Like, even through your own experience, like, you getting the shoe will create a story
Yes.
because the shoe means something to you, versus someone who's just buying it for, like, I don't know, monetary reasons. There's no story behind it, or the story is just a bunch of numbers, and that's not a
Yes.
story, right? Like, the story is very short, and it ends one of, I didn't cash out, I cashed out. Like, it's
Yeah.
versus, yo, this shoe back in the day, or this shoe reminds me of, or this shoe looks so much like, and then it becomes a story from that person's life, and then it makes the shoe more interesting to me.
Yes. I agree. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like, I just I just got it because I saw my brother's friend had them back in the day.
Yeah.
And then now I got them, and they're like super comfortable, man. Like I got 6 pairs now. And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, wicked, man." Like,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Or yeah, any story. Even if it is a monetary story, like first pair of Yeezys I got, Yeezy with Nike Zen Gray. I sold a
Oof.
car to buy that shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, I sold. This was when you didn't pay that kind of money for
Right.
shoes. Like the shoe cost me $900, and in today's market, that's like $5,200. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so I sold a car to buy that shoe because I just love that shoe, and I was a hugest Yeezy fan. And the shoe came out in gray with a pink hit on the tongue, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need these." And at the time, I had 2 beater cars, so I sold one of them, and I was like, "I'm selling this car to buy these shoes."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, so if someone tells me that or whatever, like, it doesn't even matter. It could be the most hypest thing, and the person's like, "I just love whoever so much, Travis Scott so much, and I wanted these, or Virgil Abloh, I wanted these $2,000 Chicago. I don't care about Michael Jordan. I'm,
Right.
19 years old. I never got to see him play. I love LeBron, but I love Virgil Abloh, and I worked 6 months saving up every dime I had at the McDonald's to buy this shoe.
Right.
And then it's like, man, this guy loves this shoe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah,
I hear you. Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm with you on
Knowledge
that,
is power.
definitely.
Knowledge is
Yeah.
power. That's good. All right. That was it. That's the topic, man. Tell us how you really feel. I think that's good. I think we'll call it a show. You have any shout outs you want to send out, bro?
I want to give a shout out to Maya and Alvin, and let them know that even though everybody loved this episode so much without
So
you,
much.
we can't wait for you guys to come back still.
We're getting so many messages about this. Yeah. Shout out to them. All right. Well, that was a great show. Thank you, audience, for joining us once again. You can download and listen to the Sneaker Podcast anywhere podcasts are broadcast. Calvi, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Just Kelby.
Shout out to Just Calvi. And you can find our good friend Alvin at Mr. Q Mart and at Canada God Soul. You can find our good friend Maya at ho.tato. And you can find myself at Christopher.chu. Be sure to follow us at the Sneaker Podcast. Big shout out to our sponsors, Still.ca and Quality. One love, all the sneakers. Peace.